Hi friends, it's Heidi Lewis, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to turn this cute illustration into a 12 by 12 layout. The first thing I'm going to do is create some breakfast themed embellishments for the layout. I am using the December 2025 Stitchable Tag die set to create some hand-stitched embroidery patches. I found a pattern on Pinterest to create a fried egg, bacon, a glass of orange juice, and some buttered toast. I'm using DMC embroidery floss and splitting it into 3 strands. I like to stitch one color at a time, starting at the center of the pattern. I make tiny X's, and each X represents a block of color on the pattern. I repeat this process over and over until I have finished the pattern, and then I fussy cut it. I will demonstrate the fussy cutting process on the glass of orange juice. I like to cut from the back side of the stitched patch. This way I avoid cutting through any threads, which would undo all of the hand stitching. Here are the finished patches. I think they turned out really cute. Next, I'm going to create the cereal bowl. I print the illustration and fussy cut the spoon handle. I'm going to trace the spoon handle onto a pretty blue floral from the 6x8 paper pad. I love using the 6x8 papers for small items because the print is scaled down and you're able to see more of the print. I like tracing on the back side of my paper, that way I don't have to erase the pencil lines later. I have picked a pink paper from the Cardstock Kit for my background. I cut out 3 circles from the paper kit using my Cricut. If you don't have a cutting machine, you could always fussy cut the illustration, or you could even trace an actual cereal bowl. I used 3 circles. 2 circles create the rim of the bowl, and the 3rd circle represents the milk. Next, I'm going to add some hand stitching. I love adding hand stitching to paper pieced items because it hides some of the imperfections that come with hand cutting. I'm using my Cricut weeder and a ruler to space my holes 1/2 centimeter apart. Now I'm adding a back stitch using all 6 strands of DMC embroidery floss in a matching color. To make the back stitch, you bring the thread up through the back side of the paper and then bring it back down through the previous hole. And then you bring it up through the next hole and then back down through the previous hole. You keep repeating this process until you have stitched all the way around the spoon and the milk. After I back stitched the spoon handle and the milk, I decided to use a chain stitch around the rim of the cereal bowl. The reason I picked a chain link stitch is it looks a little chunkier than the back stitch, and I wanted the cereal bowl to look distinct from the milk, especially since the papers are somewhat similar colors. To create the chain stitch, come up through the back side of the paper and then run your needle through the previous stitch and then go back down through the same hole. Again, you're going to come up through the next hole. Then you're going to run your needle through the previous stitch, and then you go back down through the same hole, and that's how you create a chain stitch. Next, I'm going to create the fruit loops. I used the whole reinforcement die from the Stitchable Tag die set to make my fruit loops. I die cut 10 fruit loops from 8 different pattern papers in the 6x8 paper pad. I am placing the fruit loops randomly around a die cut title. I don't want my fruit loops placed too perfectly because in real life a cereal bowl is not going to look perfect. So it will actually look more realistic if you're random with the placement of your fruit loops. I even ripped some of my circles in half to represent the little broken pieces of cereal that always inevitably end up in your bowl. Next, I built a photo embellishment cluster in the top right-hand corner of my layout. I added some ephemera around my photo to help ground it. I also brought in some dimensional items like my hand-stitched bacon and orange juice, some puffy stickers, and a heart paper clip. I built a journaling cluster in the bottom left corner of my layout because this helps provide some symmetry and balance. Again, I'm using a mix of ephemera and puffy stickers because the variety creates visual interest. Of course, I had to bring in my hand-stitched French toast and my fried egg. I made some final adjustments off camera. At this point, it felt like my layout was missing something, so I decided to add some white acrylic paint splatters in the negative space in my layout. I like to test the consistency of my paint on a piece of scratch paper before I start splattering my actual layout. I have covered up the major embellishment clusters to protect them from the white paint splatters. Then I use a paintbrush and just tap it to add the splatters. I love the effect because it reminds me somewhat of milk, which goes with the cereal theme. And here is the finished layout. I ended up adding some Fruit Loops all around the edge of the cereal bowl because it helps draw your eye around the page. My favorite element are the little hand-stitched embroidery patches that fit the breakfast theme. Didn't they turn out so cute? Thank you so much for watching my video. This whole layout was made with the February 2026 kits, and you can use my coupon code Heidi Lewis in all caps to get 10% off in the store. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great day. Bye.